Hello?
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Building and Chatting podcast. Today, we are talking about the newest episode of The Bad Batch. Which is episode 9, Stranded, I believe it was called. But yeah, this is the newest episode of Bad Batch. This is the newest one we have, so let's go over it. The episode starts with, of course, the Bad Batch having to go on another mission for Sid to go into these mines to collect this ispium, right? Ispium,
Yeah,
uh,
Isfium.
which was an explosive compound that is very valuable. While the Hunter, Tech, and Omega are in the cave by themselves.
Yeah, but the thing is with Isfium, like it was very reactive, so like it's basically a bomb if you don't handle it
yeah,
right.
it's very combustible. And but yeah, Omega's still sad about Echo's leaving, so she's kind of grouchy this episode while
Yeah.
collecting her explosive compound. So she helps the Bad Batch get that, and while Tech, Hunter, and Omega are in this cave, Wrecker doesn't see it, but well, their ship gets stolen, and then they start running out of the cave to Wrecker. And they're like, "How did the ship get stolen?" And he says, "I don't know. I didn't see anything. We parked on the opposite. We parked somewhere where I couldn't see the ship." And Tech's like, "That's not my problem." But they're like, "Well, is there any shelter near here?" And Tech's like, "There's shelter about 40 clicks south of here." So they can go to like some old town or something. So they start wandering through these caverns and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Looking for shelter, and they come up, and while they're walking through, they get crowded by these like dinosaur bird-looking things, and they're trampling all over them. But they get Wrecker, or sorry, Tech, Hunter, and Omega get grappled up there, but flipping Wrecker keeps getting trampled. Poor Wrecker. And
Poor Wrecker.
poor Wrecker gets trampled to save the explosive compound. And the storm's on its way too. So Tech carries the canister the rest of the way, but then the storm picks up with him and creates like a sandstorm type thing. So Tech drops the
Yeah, because
canister.
Tech's like the weather on this planet is quite unpredictable.
Yeah. So Tech drops the canister, and before they can recover it, lightning strikes the canister and blows it up and traps them in the cave because it
Yep.
brings debris down.
Yeah, and then
So,
Omega is like, we gotta get the shit back, and then they're like, we it's very Tech's like it's very unlikely that that's gonna happen, and then Omega's like, but we lost Echo already, and now we lost the ship. It's part of us. It's our home.
and they're like, we can always find a new home. And Omega just doesn't get that, and she just wants to be left alone for a while. And Hunter and Wrecker are like, dude, come on, Tech. Like, she's just a kid. Like, you need to be more calm. And he's like, I was just giving her the truth. And they're like, we know, but she doesn't need it right now. She's very emotional. And then they're
Yeah,
like, well, do
she
you want to
knows the
go
truth.
check on her? Yeah, Omega sleeps for a bit and then finds some of the ipsium in the caves and starts collecting it. So, but while they're wondering what Omega's doing, they send Tech to go look for her.
Yeah.
And Tech finds her collecting the ipsium. So he helps her get it. And while she's trying to collect the last piece, her and
She.
Tech her and Tech fall into the cave
Yeah.
and into water and get trapped down at the bottom of this cavern or ravine. And then Hunter and Wrecker call into him and like, "Where are you guys?" And he said, "We took a little bit of a shortcut, but we're okay."
Yeah, then we're like, there's a way out if we use this ispium on the other side of the like rock wall to get out.
Yeah, and that too. They found a way out if they can use the explosives to get out. But while they're waiting for Hunter and Wrecker, Tech and Omega's like, Omega's like, "Do you not care about Echo or the ship or anything?" And he's like, "Omega, of course I care, but people make their choices, and I feel like I just have to live with them. Even though I may show my emotions in a different way than you, it doesn't mean that I don't love and still care for all of you. And I wish things could stay the same, but I just know they can't, you know."
Yeah.
And then that makes Omega feel better. And then that's when they find the way out, and then Hunter and Wrecker come down, and they explode the wall open, and they get out of there, and then they find an abandoned town. But and there's like not a lot of food, water, anything, and they don't have a lot of rations left. So they call Sid to try and help them. And she says basically, "I can't right now. Maybe give me a few days." And they're like, "I don't think we have a few days." And Tech's like, "But Sid, we've done everything for you. We were the one that helped you get out of debt in the first place. Why can't you help us now?"
Get out of debt.
Literally, they helped her get out of debt, and now they need her, and she won't help them.
Oh, so this is what the one guy in that episode was talking about, but like the loyalty doesn't go both ways.
Her loyalty can go both ways. Yeah, yeah, and like she said, "I'll try and find a ship in a few days." Like not immediately, like in a few days. So not very concerned. But she was like, "Well, you guys lost your ship too. It's not my fault about that." She's kind of being a little bee.
Yeah.
And then they're like, "Well, what are we going to do now?" And then Omega says, "We're going to get through it like we always do." And then she looks at Tech, and Tech smiles because that's what he told Omega. And then they smile, and then they're like, "Yeah, maybe we got this after all." And then they see the storm on the horizon or whatever, and the episode ends.
Hmm. I don't know what to feel about this episode.
What do you rate it?
Probably like 7 out of 10.
It's good. I understand it, but I could see this as a filler episode, but also I could see this as them setting something big up too. So
Yeah.
they're setting something up with this planet with the next episode. So maybe the next episode will give us more into this arc, and then we'll be like, "Oh, that makes more sense, and I like this arc a lot better now." But just seeing this episode itself, yeah, I would definitely at least give this a 7 to 8 out of 10. It's not as good as
Oh wow. Huh. Uh, Hello.
Hey, sorry. What I was saying is this episode was good, but it wasn't as good as episode 7 or 8, which we covered last time.
Yeah.
This episode was in the filler, I could say, or it was in that point of where like we had a really big arc. Now we're going to take it slow again. So, but
Yeah, I can
yeah,
see.
but I feel like there's more to this planet or whatever they're on. So I'm excited to see what that is, but we'll see when the next episode comes out soon.
They're in
So
the
yeah,
quantum realm.
the quantum realm. We need to figure out if they got holes. But yeah, Thank you guys for watching this episode of the Building and Chatting podcast of the Bad Batch episode 9. Thanks for watching. We appreciate all your support, and we will talk to you later.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, everybody.